look at Solar. So many power positions on this one, so many areas of the map that we will see Faze absolutely abuse here. Can't wait to see these guys going off, ready to get tuned up for this one. I also am looking really to watch for Zoom in this one. I expect big numbers out of him. We'll be looking for that 45-50 bomb potentially to come out of him. But getting ready to get started here. Game number way.
Look out for Little Joe, man.
Little Joe.
Little Joe doing big things.
Joe.
Okay.
Little Joe doing big things.
It's gonna happen.
Big plays
I'm
from
confident,
Joe.
Puckets.
A 65 bomb out of Joe.
72.
All right, game number one. Let's toss it over to our casters, Benson and TP. Take it away, boys.
Thank you very much, boys. Nice analysis from you guys. Benson and TP, of course, going to be casting this one. And game number one of the day, we almost saw that European upset come through and Fuse almost be up to gaming. Are we going to see it in game two?
I'm scared now, Ben. After that first game we saw from Infuse, almost taking that from OG, I don't know what to predict anymore for the rest of this tournament. But you have to say, Faze on Solar, they should be the ones winning this map. It's probably their best map in the rotation, in my opinion, from what I've seen from them and playing against them personally. So I do think they're going to take over here. But like they said before, all-star lineup here from Vitality, some of EU's best stepping up to try and combat the best team in the game right now.
And speaking of some of EU's best, I think someone that the guys didn't really talk about was Tommy. Especially when you talk about an X Factor, I really think he's going to be someone who, in all game modes, can just explode upon it, and it can really be that X Factor for Vitality. If he steps up, I really think they potentially have a chance here of beating FaZe. As it is, though, the score very, very close, 17-14 as we move over to the second half point. It's going to be Attach. Call of Duty champion on that hard point. Looks over to pick Swanee, not going to be able to do so. Mad Cat and Tommy breaking onto the hard point.
Yeah, Mad Cat playing a little bit slow right now in some awkward positions with the Battles. You don't really be stuck in those close quarter combats with that weapon, but trying to pick it back up for his team. Tommy stepping up, getting into this map's building, picks up the Bal. Not sure if he's running a sub or a Bal, but he's just switching back and forth. Swanee locking down the hill right now, trying to get this lead going into the garage hill for his squad. But overall, just back and forth from what we've seen on the first hard point. No team really having spawns, not really having controls, just the sub players kind of taking over.
Yeah, Mad Cat currently at 0-6 to start this game. Looking to pick up his first kill with his Bal, but finally gets it. That was Enable. And it's actually going to be Vitality with that
Double
lead.
stun kill from Clay. Wow, that's unlucky.
Double. Very unlucky. Both players very weak. Throws out 2 stuns, picks up 2 kills. Swanee at the back, though, just as if he's going to try and warm up his shot. Had a couple of shaky engagements early on, but it has gone back to normal. Tommy's going to fall as well. Now it's going to be down to Joe to try and hold down this hard point, buy some time for his teammates. Able to pick up the first. Looking for the second. Very weak, though. Playing this one smart, playing for his life, and now looking to try and re-break that hard point.
Yeah, kind of an odd setup from Vitality right there. They were so spread out on the map. We saw Swanee peek out of that garage door after that first kill. It didn't really make much sense to go for that greedy double kill, but overall, they're able to get those spawn at that B, S, and D area and lock down the hill once again once they filtered back. So now Swanee in one of the power spots in the hill can watch this entire lot side spawn, post up with the Bal, easy kills over and over again. Bal's taking over on this garage hill because they just have complete control. It's really what you want. Bal's in the back of the hill.
Swanee starting to heat up, 12-8 will fall. Mad Cat should be on the hard point and able to trade it. There's going to be multiple players from FaZe, and he isn't even able to pick up one. Tommy, though, picks up the first, looking for the second, snaps onto Attach, and that's going to lock down this final scrap seconds for the team on Vitality. But more importantly, Vitality have actually out-rotated FaZe here as well.
That was a great job. Sort of a 2-2 split we saw from Vitality right there. Tommy able to just lock down that last hill, but now Joe stuck in it. Basically impossible situation. Tommy trying to work back up the map, and kind of what I figured, that usually happens on this map when you do get that control of the late seconds on Garage. You don't really have that rotation. You saw 2 people got up there from Vitality, but overall just got 4 overran up on top. We'll see if Zuma can hold this back truck spawn though.
FaZe trailing currently by 20 points, 6.5 minutes still to play. Zuma on your screens with that Bal, knows Tommy's going to be over that. Doesn't look as if he's going to be able to pick him off, and in actual fact, another stun kill comes in, the third of the game thus far. Over to Attach now as he tries to break in through bottom middle, risky. Going to be one shot, another stun kill comes in, team. This is stuns galore.
Are powerful. Wow.
They are
Clay get a double kill. Swanee picking up another one right there, and once again, sort of a back and forth beat up at this top hill, but FaZe is definitely getting the better time out of that. But still, Vitality's in a pretty good spot, up about 20 points in the later seconds of this hill. And now this next one's all about controlling this ring area. You want your battles posted up, making the other team decide whether to jump over glass to try and contest it, or just go straight in from the front side of the hill. But overall, Faze does have this initial control, and now what I just explained, Vitality has to pull off one of those moves to get control of the hill back.
Play making a pretty smart play, wrapped all the way around the outside of Vitality, took his time, picked up 2 kills, allowed his teammates to break into the hill. Attach will fall. It looks as if Mad Cat, who had a very, very slow start, if you remember, started off 0-6, trying to come back a little bit here at 9-16. We'll be on this final hard point. 30 seconds left, and the kill feed is all red. Normally you associate red with Team Faze, but it's going to be going in favor of Team Vitality now as they build themselves an even bigger lead. And honestly, Faze need to break into this hill team. They can't allow Vitality to build this lead any further.
Yeah, Vitality's been very impressive. When they get these setups on the hill, they just do not get broken. They need to do a little bit of a better job of getting that intro time, but once they do get set up, we see that Faze is just going one at a time. Easy kills for the Bow players on Vitality. They have control of the better side of the map and forcing Faze to spawn out just a little bit further. The score doesn't really depict on how much better I think Vitality is playing this map per se, but it's close, and this is where you want to be against a top team like Faze in this part of the map.
Would you say that this is just kind of shaky start for Faze? Was that what we saw off that first rotation,
like
or is it really just Vitality outplaying Faze right now?
I mean, when they get set up, they're just holding it completely right. We see the sort of back and forth going on is some of the setups. You see one player get isolated so far out on the map, and the rest of their teammates cannot sort of get in line to trade quickly. So that's why they're going back and forth with initial control. But we see Vitality, when they get a clean 3-4 dead, they don't lose it for the next 20, 30 seconds.
Tommy had a fantastic first half, and already continuing that, his score currently 28-17. The lobby in terms of kills, and he's looking to pick up Attach. He's going to get it, turns around, he's feeling confident, snaps onto Clayster. And it will be Faze picking up that scrap time, but the lead's still at around 30 points, and that's really what it's kind of been at for the majority of this game. It's just kind of back and forth on these hills. For you, team, where is this game really going to change? Which hard point is it going to be?
I think it's going to come down to the last top hill. Usually that's what it comes down to on Solar. We're going to see if Vitality, they're going to be able to spread their lead out much further on Garage. We saw them post up in the back of that hill with the Bows, doing a good job right here. Mad Cat likes going to this spot in the pipe room with the Bow. I don't really recommend it with a Bow because you can just get taken out by someone like Attach and just peek around the corner, instantly melt you. So I don't think they're playing this hill too correct, but if they're able to rotate back around, get control of that lot side, and just force out the spawn from Faze, they can bring back this lead even more into their...
It looks as if Mad Cat's kind of just playing that bait role. When you see the way that Vitality's set up, they have Tommy with that Bow, who's having an extraordinary game at 31-21. He's able to trade those kills very well. Overall, in perspective of place, that he's going to fall. Enable on the halfway now, 23-22 with the Bow. Should be able to shut down Tommy. Does so. Weak, though. Decides he wants to play for the spawn.
Great play right
4
there.
seconds left. And that next spawn is going to be so important. Faze is going to completely have it. And this is the first time we've really seen them out-rotate Vitality in the past couple of hills. So they should be able to really reduce this Vitality lead.
Yeah, great teamwork and great communication from Faze right there. Enable wanted to challenge some of those gunfights. Got the comms from his teammates that they were spawning at that glass side. Wrapped around, so Enable knew it was kind of pointless for him to fight those gunfights at the second hard point. And now they're just able to first rotate. 3-piece from Attach right there. Hit fire. Doesn't matter. Just able to take out the other opponent instantly. Great job from him pushing out, trying to put a little bit of pressure, but Vitality, again, just takes advantage of Faze playing a little bit cocky on those sides of the map.
This is getting a little scary, though, for Vitality. Faze starting to pick up a lot of momentum now, trading kills a lot more efficiently than we saw at the start of the game. We've got Enable and Attach both on the hard point. Enable able to pick up one. Can Attach find the second? Turns around. Oh, he thought he had him. He actually started to look for the next player. Vitality now desperately fighting for the scrap time. Enable doesn't want to give it up, though. Actually going to go for another charge. Able to pick up the first and going to get the scrap time as well. So going into this final hill phase, going to be down 1 point. It's all about the rotation now, TP. And it's going to be Joe with a big 2 kills. Picks up the first and no! Massive mistake. Goes for the stomp down just to try and get some cover. Actually ended up committing suicide there. And it's going to be left down to Tommy now to clutch up. Down on this glass side, there's going to be so many players coming up from that side, rather. There's the first with the grenade. Looking for the second. Able to pick up the second. That was Clay. But there's going to be more Faze aggression coming over from that side. Tommy doing such a good job with the assistance of his teammates.
I have to give that entire play up to Tommy right there. Got the intro kill at the van with his first grenade E-through. Didn't die, continued to put damage on every player that was running up. Although he didn't get any of those kills, he made everyone weak.
Yep.
Great plays, zoning himself out with the Bal, putting himself in the best situation possible for that time.
You said it was all going to come down to this hill, and it looks as if it will. The final 1 minute, 10 seconds. It's a 4-point game. Mad Cat picks up 2, now goes onto the hard point, immediately finds out the Semtex. You're going to have Faze spawning over at that glass wall. Can Zuma try and break into the hill? He's going to spot 20. There's the first. Can he find the second? Zuma, yes, he can. Beautiful break coming in from Team Faze. He's going to go for the third and connects. Fantastic plays coming from him. 171 to 165. And we're going all the way to that final hard point. Can Faze clutch up? Got to look at Tommy at 41 and 29 for Vitality. Can he produce the magic when his team need him? Picks up the first, can't find the second. Meanwhile, Itachi's still on this hard point. Faze have actually gone into the lead.
Yeah, that was actually extremely huge from Zuma right there. Getting those 3 kills up top in such quick succession, was able to get his team control of that glass street, control of ring, and that's exactly what you want on this map. And now we just see Vitality playing so desperate on this. The lead is getting away from them. Faze up about 10 right now, about 20 left in this game, but they are just fighting from the wrong side of the map. It doesn't look too good for them at all. Faze was able to clutch up. We're struggling for the entirety of the game. Never had the lead, but overall on that top hill, getting those later seconds is most of the time good. You get those spawns, you get ring, and that's all that matters.
That is going to be game number 1 going to Faze. Vitality needed a big play to come out on that final hard point, but as you said, they just weren't able to do it. That kind of individual filing into the hard point wasn't good enough against that Faze setup. However, much closer game than I think a lot of people would have anticipated.
They did a great job, though. Their setups were so good, but they just seem to get so desperate at the wrong times on certain parts of the map. And you see, if you give FaZe any leeway on that, you have to win one of those gunfights versus Zuma. I think Tommy came out of the P1 area right there, up top. Didn't even look like he got a shot on Zuma right there. That 3-piece basically solidified the victory for FaZe right there. Although they weren't completely in the lead at that time, it's what allowed them to get so much time on that last one.